Alright, let's get started. Echo's copy ability on every single hero and the ultimate interactions, because some of them will behave a little bit different. So let's go ahead and check it out versus D.Va. The goal is really just try to building up more ultimates than you normally be able to get. So we're going to go ahead and ultimate. And she doesn't destroy herself anymore. So we'll go ahead and eliminate them. And we're still D.Va over here, so let's see if we can get that D.Va to respawn. Okay, so you can get multiple copies of the D.Va bomb. I think that's pretty cool. I think that one has some viability because obviously the first one blows up their shields, but you still have to, of course, get it. Another thing I want to mention, just as a heads up, is when you copy as Echo, you actually will be transformed back into Echo if you actually get eliminated. Like if you were to play another character and they get eliminated, it will make it so you aren't actually dead. So go ahead and just build up our ultimate once again really quick. The combo should be this. It should be left click, left click, and then E. That should be like your bread and butter go-to combo. So now that we've done D.Va, I feel like Orisa's, I know you can't build up another ultimate while you have one out with Orisa, so I'll go ahead and explain that. So we'll go ahead and throw down the ultimate. And I think what's going to happen is if that gets its full duration, we're just going to have it up. Which is obviously good, because if it gets destroyed, maybe we could build up another one. But I think what would actually make it more insane is on some other characters. So there are characters that you can still build up an ultimate while the other one is out. Let's go and check out Reinhardt. So we'll go ahead and destroy Reinhardt real quick over here. So yeah, the combo would be left click, right click, and then your E, and you can just melt a tank. Would be really good. So I'll just go ahead and go for ult once again. Originally I was thinking about actually editing this and cutting it, but it's like we build it so fast anyways. Usually how it feels like with Overwatch, the character first comes out and is super OP. With Hog, the thing is you're going to be channeling the ultimate, so we'll go ahead and just show it off. Might as well, right? So go ahead and go for a Hog ultimate. But yeah, like while we're doing this, we're not building ult, but we can maybe build up another one here. So even though we're mid ult here, it's gonna like knock us out. So I guess with Hog ult, you can maybe get 2 out as well. For certain heroes, it might be more difficult, but the whole point is to go ahead and check out all of them. So I'm gonna do Sigma. I know it looks super OP, but if you guys haven't seen the gameplay of this character Echo in a real game, it's very difficult to land the left clicks. That's where it really comes down to. But her ability might be really good with like an Orisa pull, her right click, because it does do like splash AoE damage, but it does most of the damage when they are stuck to a target. But anyways, yeah, Sigmas, let's go and try this out.
Adaptive circuits engaged. Sigma.
What she says is pretty funny, but we should wait for it to land. We can build it up pretty fast. This one might be like really difficult because midair, they're not going to take the damage if you don't immediately throw them down. So I think that one, it's possible to get to, but realistically, not very viable. Now Winston is going to be another one of those where I want to say that you're just going to end up having it like channeled or be in that mode for too long for it to actually matter. So go ahead and, like I said, test this one out as well. So Winston.
Engaged.
Because remember, we're still have to build up ult, but Winston's ult can actually build up relatively fast if you hit multiple targets. So yeah, Winston's pretty much just going to go for the full duration. Okay. So Winston's unfortunately won't be that great. You know what? I'm sorry, we didn't actually do Reinhardt's, did we? I know we eliminated Reinhardt, but we skipped him. I'm sorry, I didn't forget about Reinhardt. But Reinhardt can actually be really insane. So I'm just going to go over here. Fly. Okay, so I'm going to see how far we can be away from Reinhardt. Okay, so we can copy him from this range.
Adaptive circuits engaged.
So let's go ahead. One fire strike for 50% ult. Oh. Oh, it's totally possible to build more. It's just, you know what, let's not go down there. I was thinking I could go down there so I can eliminate more of them, like, a little bit faster, but I think it's just more viable to do this.
Locking on. Double kill.
Okay,
Double, no time
so going copy
adaptive
Reinhardt.
circuits engaged. Reinhardt.
We'll see how much this builds. Yeah, I think it's pretty realistic to get 2 Reinhardt ultimates if you do it in a huge group, right? And then you still come back out of Echo. One thing I'm also wondering, I didn't really pay attention to this, but I'm wondering if you use all of your cooldowns, then transform, do your cooldowns go off? Like, you can still, like, I guess have your cooldowns start activating. Let's go and check out Wrecking Ball next. It's amazing how fast you can eliminate someone like holds perfectly still in this game. Because like I said, when I first saw that you can melt Roadhog or any of these heroes this fast with her like rotation here. Okay, let's go ahead and yeah, check out Wrecking Ball now. So I'll use these abilities.
Beam activated.
The beam has beam's like one cooldown. I think it doesn't matter because we're on 15 seconds anyways. Oh, so you can only have one ultimate out at once. But yeah, you could definitely get out more than one. That's pretty cool. So I'd say that one is what I would consider viable. Now let's go ahead and check out Zarya because Grav is probably one of the most powerful abilities in the game, right? And it's insane how much damage this thing does. They have to be at lower HP, though. I don't think this does bonus damage to headshots. Because usually when you hit someone in the head, it makes a little red indicator. And it's not doing that. So we'll go ahead and try out Zarya.
Adaptive circuits engaged. Zarya. I'll do my double.
I don't know. Maybe with super high energy, you can maybe try to pull it off. But realistically, I think it's going to be very difficult because it channels. Now going into what I think most people wanted to see, but I'm just going to go from left to right just to make it as easy as possible so I don't forget on any of the characters. I think Ashe will be absolutely insane. The reason why is because with Ashe, you can actually build up another bomb. But look how much damage this does when they're at full HP. Well, it still does pretty good amount of damage, surprisingly. But when they're at half HP specifically, like if I do this, it's just night and day difference. But let's go ahead and build up Ashe's ultimate. Okay, so we'll go ahead and copy
Adaptive
Ashe.
circuits engaged. Ashe. Double bomb. Do something.
Can we have more than one Bob out at once? That's the real question. Bob's limiting them too fast. Okay, so let's do this again. But instead of throwing Bob here, we'll throw Bob way down there so he doesn't eliminate the targets. In fact, you can just right-click on one target and it'll 100% them. It's just that in a real game scenario, it's not too common that can actually happen. Like, you have to get pretty much all of them on. Okay, so like I said, we'll copy Bob.
Adaptive circuits engaged.
We'll throw Bob super far away.
Someone call for air support.
And this time, reload.
Bob, do something.
Probably better to zoom in. She has a faster. Okay, I know you can't have out more than one Bob, but yeah, I think building up 2 Bobs is slightly realistic. I mean, if he's eliminating all of them anyways, you'll win the fight. But if he doesn't eliminate them, and you're still gaining enough ult charge, I think it's viable to get more than one. Bastions, I mean, I think it's another one of those cases where we're gonna run to the situation where it just lasts too long.
Double.
So let's try out Bastions. I actually don't remember off the top of my head how long Bastion's ultimate lasts.
Tank configuration activated. Triple kill.
We'll have like another few seconds, but
Double. Triple kill.
it doesn't really matter if we eliminate them or not. Again, it's one of those ultimates that lasts. Alright, Doomfist. Okay, this is what I actually really want to see.
Target down. Finishing them off.
I think it might be faster if I just left click them. I guess Doomfist would be a good target to check out if we can right click Doomfist once to kill him. I believe it does like 233, or what is it? He has 25, and maybe like 30 HP less. Yeah, it's about like 220-ish, I'd say maybe, as far as the damage goes. Alright.
Adaptive circuits engaged. Boost. No time to cool down. Double meteor strike. Focusing energy. Rising uppercut.
I like how she says all this stuff. Dude, Doomfist is probably viable as well.
Charging up.
Okay, but the thing is it requires them to also have a Doomfist.
Being activated.
But at least she has no CC.
Wondering. That's
Let me see if the
confirmed
right click
kill.
actually pushes back a little bit. This whole video is just all about
Cool down.
testing purposes anyways. Let's go ahead and swap off the Doomfist. Let's see, what's the next one? Genji. This is another one where I don't think you can do it.
Adaptive circuits engaged. Genji. Double kill. Triple double.
Or it just lasts too long. I mean, I can get it again, but like, again,
Echo online.
probably not viable. We'll do a recap after, also, what would be good to have as far as the ultimates go.
Sometimes a little patience is called for.
Sometimes I can eliminate this one as it kind of comes by, but when the target's too far away, it's just too difficult, I think, to
Next target.
hit him. The training bots also have very large head hitboxes. Alright, so let's go ahead and do Hanzo now.
Adaptive circuits engaged. Hanzo. Double kill.
I like how she says their ultimate. I don't know, it's just funny.
Triple. Eliminate inefficiency.
Okay, this is just toxic, dude. Wait, so yeah, the Hanzo thing started to do. The Hanzo could be insane, but then again, remember, in a realistic game scenario, you'd still have to be hitting their hits as Hanzo, and at that point, you might be just killing them anyways, right? But the Hanzo one was insane. Okay, let's try Junkrat.
Update.
Okay. So we'll try Junkrat.
Adaptive circuits engaged. Junkrat. Fire in the hole.
Oh, two, 3 autos? Can we get 3 with this one? I mean, the Hanzo one was insane.
I'll just leave this here.
I like how she has all the voice lines. This probably was one of the most difficult characters to like finish making because you have to have the ult voice lines for every single one. Plus, on top of that, it even had the Doomfist like rising uppercut. Like I heard that. That was really cool. Okay, so after Junkrat, and McCree. I mean maybe. Let's see. Okay.
Adaptive circuits engaged. McCree. It's high noon.
I tried to think what you can.
It's high noon.
I mean, technically, you can just use it to return or to reload, right?
Personality.
Yeah, I mean, I'd say it might be really cheeky to high noon and then cancel roll out of it. I mean, there are definitely plays with that. Let's go ahead and see what you can do with Mei. But if you guys want to see a regular gameplay, I'll try to remember to pin that in the comment section below here.
Focus with me.
But I just wanted to see the ultimate interaction between all of the characters here. And see if we can build up multiple ultimates with like one character. So let's go ahead and become Mei.
Engaged. Mei.
Dang, that's insane. Let's see if Mei can build up.
Saving replay for later analysis.
Maybe. Okay, so I think it's possible to get 2 with Mei's. Some characters you guys have seen we've gotten, like the Hanzo one was insane. Let's try out Pharah now.
Triple target destroyed.
I'm actually curious on the range, since this video is all about testing purposes. So let's go ahead and use this over here because it marks it. It makes it really visually easy to see. Actually, I think this one marks it differently. So this will be, what is it? This one goes up to, what, 20 meters, I think, right here? Does it even... Yeah, okay, so this is 20 meters. Let's see how long her E actually hits for.
Beam activated.
Oh, is it 20? Okay, so 20 meters. So here to here is about the range of her E ability, or
Adjusting
I should say
angle
the
of
proper
attack.
name. What is it? Focusing beam is what it's called. But yeah, let's try fire out now.
No time to cool.
It looks super OP that you can hit them for 100,
An
but it's
effective course.
just
Adaptive circuits
unrealistic.
engaged. Bara. Justice rains from above.
I know this one you have to be able to build the ultimate jungle.
Double justice rains from above.
Viable to get to. Okay.
Personality duplication.
Alright, next up with Reaper. This could be actually pretty big because, as you guys know, Reaper gets to heal up for the damage that he deals. So, I'll live with a little bit of HP. Okay, so he lives with like 30, maybe 33
Target
HP.
destroyed.
Alright. So let's see.
Adaptive circuits engaged. Reaper. Double triple kill.
I mean, it doesn't matter if we kill him or not with ult because we're not going to be building it up. It's probably better that I don't eliminate them. Reaper's is going to be insane. Yeah, copying Reaper's ultimate would be cool. Okay, I like it. Because, like I said, some of the ultimates, like, you just wouldn't realistically get a chance to use. Like, Divas, maybe you would get destroyed as Baby Diva, so you wouldn't be able
Situation
to
is under control.
utilize it.
I'll do my part.
So after Reaper, next one up is going to be Soldier. This one might just be too long for the
Adaptive
channel.
circuits engaged. Soldier 76. I've got you in my sights.
I like how she says all their stuff.
This is the target rich environment. Clearing the way.
Getting
Personality
challenged too long.
duplication complete.
You actually throw your heal and visor at the same time with that Soldier. Let's try Sombra though. And if you can get 2 Sombra ults, that'd be pretty good, right?
Triple kill. An effective course of action. Double in case you were wondering, that's confirmed kill.
I really don't even need to edit this video because it takes us like 5 seconds. Okay, let's go ahead and yeah, do Sombras now.
Adaptive circuits engaged. Sombra. Propaganda.
Can't build up your ult while this one's going through.
Double kill. Propaganda.
Possible, but I feel like most of the time you should be able to clean up.
Reverting personality. Echo online. Took a second. Burn down. Situation is under control. Double kill. Double targets left and eliminated.
So after Sombra, we've got Symmetra. I don't think you can have more than one wall at once as
Adaptive
Symmetra,
circuits engaged. Symmetra.
but we shall see.
Yahi parambata vitahe.
It's gonna last too long, and I'm pretty sure it will go away. Yeah.
Personality duplication
So
complete.
that one would not be able to get
Understood.
multiples. But sometimes all you need is one ultimate, right? Like if you get a good Zarya ult, that's game over. Now the real question with Torbjorn is, if you Molten Core, does the Molten Core stay on the ground? I'm pretty sure you wouldn't get the turret either. Like you wouldn't, the turret wouldn't stay up on the board, or the field. It would just go away. I'm actually more curious, also with the beam, if we can actually hit multiple targets. No, it doesn't. Okay, so it's not like a piercing beam, like Maze Freeze. So yeah, well, let's go and check out with Torbjorn.
Adaptive circuits.
Can we get his turret? We get the turret too. Wow, that's awesome. But I'm guessing we don't get to keep the turret. Oh wait, you can get multiple Molten Cores? What? Okay. Oh, wait, you get to keep the turret? That's actually, I mean, wait, okay, it lasted for a little bit. I was gonna say that's insane, but at the same time, they could just destroy the turret once and then you lose it forever. But, that's pretty crazy. I didn't expect that. I thought it was just going to go away as soon as we transformed, but it stayed for a little bit, which can make a pretty nice difference sometimes in the tide of battle. All right, this is probably one of the best ones over here. Because Tracer's ult just builds so fast anyways, that you can get so many pulse bombs. In fact, we can get so many pulse bombs over here that we're going to go ahead and just go over here. We'll have a really good angle on this one. Let's go ahead and build up our ult first.
Double kill. Boosting up. In case you were wondering, that's a confirmed kill.
Okay. Let's see how far we can be away from the initial target as long as we have vision of it. So we still can do it.
Moving up.
Okay, so there's a limit.
Adaptive circuits
do that
engaged.
with Tracer.
Tracer. Here, you nailed it. Just in time.
It has all the voice lines. That's so cool. But like I said, Tracer's ult builds so fast anyways.
Time's up.
Okay.
Personality duplication complete.
So that one will be really fun.
Targets locked and eliminated. Beam activated. I finished them off.
So after Tracer,
Double kill.
select a different hero over here. I mean, Widowmaker is probably going to be the same situation, but since this video, the point of it is to cover all the heroes. But so far, yeah, I'd say Hanzo, Bob would be excellent too.
No one can hide.
Yeah, it's just gonna last too long. Even if I activated a little earlier.
Reverting personality. Okay. Echo online. Burn down. Took a second.
So yeah, you can get like maybe 2, maybe 3 Bobs at the most. I still think the Tracers is the most fun by far. But if someone's a really, really good Tracer player, are they really going to go ahead and play Echo? Again, her left click is very unreliable for the most part. Alright, so we finished all of the DPS, and now we're up for the supports. So Anna will have to actually like nano boost something else, because obviously we can't boost ourselves.
Double kill. Triple kill. Clearing the way. Firing on all. Double triple kill. Adaptive circuits engaged. Anna. You're powered up. Get in there. It's just a scratch. You'll be fine.
I guess you can't really... I wanted to see...
Personality module.
Okay, you know what we'll test out? We'll nano them towards the very end, because what I want to do is I want to know if nano will still stay on the target if we like lose our transformability, like if we have to transform back into non-Anna, if that makes any sense. Because that would be something that's very important to
Adaptive circuits engaged. Anna.
So use it at pretty much the very end, the last like second here.
You're powered up. Get in there.
So it will go away. Okay. So if you don't build it fast enough with Anna, it's not very good. So that could be a huge like
target destroyed.
you know, reason not to maybe go for Anna. Because I mean, I wasn't really using my abilities either. If like, you know, you put enemy to sleep, you land a really good grenade, maybe you can build up to. I mean, I'll try it one more time. This time I'll try to like activate all the abilities.
Adaptive circuits engaged. Anna. Lights out. Double. You're powered up. Get in there.
But like, see, I can't build it while that is going through. So I realistically think that you can't really nano to targets. Maybe that there is some way to do it,
reversing personality,
but I don't think so. All right, so sign off Anna as like a maybe target, because again, the problem is that even if you get the nano, you have to get it very fast, because otherwise you don't get the full duration. Right, so next up is Baptiste over here. And I'm more curious if I copy Baptiste, if the things will actually stay. Because obviously we can't throw down 2 immortality fields, but what I'm going to try to do, and also the wall won't last, like that's just a given, but I'm going to activate it at the last second to see if the immortality or this will stay and linger. So it stays up for a little bit. Oh, we could one-shot people with... Oh, even cooler is Wait, so this already hits. This is a projectile. It hits for like 220 something, I think is the exact number. I would say maybe just 222. It might be the exact number. If it hits for 400 with the Baptiste, that could be pretty crazy. But yeah, with Baptiste, I would say, yeah, you're only getting 1 out of it. Now, Brig's a little bit more interesting. Because with Brig, you don't actually get armor yourself. Like, you get armor when you're as Brig, but when you rally and you build armor for yourself, you only get to keep it as Brig. When you transform back, you don't get that. Let's just go push her off. And this is another one where it's a channel ability, so you won't be able to double up on it. But you see we have maxed out armor. And, keep the armor. Your teammates might, I don't know, that's something that, actually we can test! I was like, we can't test this, but I realized that we can just do it on the bots here, so let me go and actually test this out.
I finished them off.
And rally lasts for a really long time. Well, it takes forever for it to actually activate and get to max. It's finally good.
Fixing you up.
Oh.
Rally to me.
All I want to see is if the armor stays on the character or not. It does not. Okay. So, as far as that goes, is it worth it? Maybe not. I mean, yeah, sometimes that small amount of armor makes a difference, but for the most part, I'm not sure if I would consider it really strong as far as, you know, after. Yugioh could be pretty good if you can build it fast enough. But again, it goes away relatively quick. Zenyatta's maybe pretty good. I mean, that's just a Zen ult, right? But with Lucio's, it kind of goes away over time anyways. But again, remember, if you pop it towards the very end, let's see if it lingers. We'll try to use it on one of those targets over there.
Adaptive circuits engaged. Yugioh. Double kill. Oh, let's break it down.
So, I don't think you can build his ult. Oh, well, it's going off though. But it's going to kind of go away anyways, and it pretty much times itself out at a good time. But again, we're also going to test out if you can keep the barrier, because some of the abilities you were able to kind of keep, like the Torque Turret lasted a little bit longer. The Baptiste Immortality Field lasted. I'm not sure if these are going to be intentional changes to the character, because remember, all the information, just as a heads up, probably should have mentioned this at the very beginning of the video, but it's all PTR, so things, of course, are subject to change. So go ahead and just copy Yugioh over here, and I'll just do his ultimate at the very end this time. Okay.
Oh, let's break it down.
Oh, it doesn't even let the shields like deplete slowly. It's just instantly gone. Okay, so yeah, if you do it at the very end, Yugioh won't be very good as well. The same thing with Brig is like you have to get it early, and then you have to ramp up that armor really fast. So if you get it late, there are some ultimates that just won't be useful. With Mercy, oh gosh. This is another one where I feel like it needs to channel and it takes a while, right? So I feel like maybe not the best idea on Mercy. But then again, Mercy's like ability to fly and like eliminate people is so fun, but it's realistically maybe not the best ultimate to copy. Okay, so let's try Mercy.
Adaptive circuits engaged. Mercy.
I mean, you go that really fast.
Eliminate inefficiencies.
I think Mercy's ult lasts way too long. Yeah, she lasts so long. I mean, it doesn't matter what we're doing. You can't get it twice. But, yeah, Mercy's res ability would probably be the best thing to go for. Just go and res. If you die, whatever, you still have it. But that's basically making a one-man res your ultimate. Is that worth it? I don't know. But next up, though, we have Moira. Okay. I mean, her ultimate, you guys know it builds up so incredibly fast. It's insane how fast this ultimate builds up. And I'm really wondering, like, how insane is Moira going to be if you copy a Moira, right? Alright, we're almost there. I actually really am excited to test this one out.
Adaptive circuits engaged. Moira.
Oh gosh, that's really fast.
You have to surrender to my will.
Oh, does this have a range now?
A touch from afar. Reverting
You get out on...
personality.
Oh, the damage
And
orb
one
does stay though. Look, okay. So you could definitely throw out another damage orb before you go away. That could be pretty good because the damage orb does a decent amount of damage. You're getting 2 of those plus an ultimate. Not too bad. All right, Zenyatta's. It's another one of those channel ones, so I don't know how viable is
I'll do my triple.
it going to be
Clearing the way. Took a second.
to get 2. But it's still a very like good ult to have. I mean,
Looking on. Next target.
oh, we also need to test out, I guess, and show off Echo real quick. But what happens when you copy Echo's ult, which I don't think you can do. Anyways, this is Zenyatta's.
Adaptive circuits engaged. Experience tranquility.
Ooh, maybe we can get 2 Zen ults would be like out of control, like OP, if you can do it. You can do it, dude. Oh my gosh. That is really insane. Like if they don't have something that either one-shots you or something like an anti like biotic grenade from Ana, that would be pretty insane. But we've tried everything else except for Echo. It's the last one. What happens when you echo?
Triple kill.
I don't think you can do it because you know what? When I was trying to play the game, I tried to target Echo for it.
Double kill.
You can't. Like, you can't even attempt to do it. We'll try it, though, for science, right? That's the whole point of this video. Oh my gosh, this video is half an hour long. Oh my gosh, alright. Anyways. Yeah, you can't target the training bot, and you cannot target the Echo. So there it is, guys. We tried every single hero, and let's do a recap at the very end to kind of go over what heroes that I think are viable, and if you guys disagree or whatever the case may be, let me know in the comment section below why. But I think the ones that would be viable, I think Diva would be excellent to, okay, I should say this, viable for getting more than 1 ultimate, because at the end of the day, you're trading... Well, you're basically having a potential to get that ult. Because remember, at any point you could still be stunned. You might not be able to build that ultimate. So picking the tank characters might be a better option, just so you can have that ultimate. But let's go over the characters first off that can maybe build 2 ultimates, let's say, at a more reasonable rate. Diva, I think, is possible. Not possible on Orisa. Reinhardt. Wrecking Ball. Ashe. Doomfist. Hanzo, Junkrat, McCree, you can get it really fast, but like it still has the channel. So if you just want to use it for a reload, very, very viable. But if you want to use it to actually eliminate the whole team, I don't know about that. Mei, definitely viable. Pharah, viable. Reaper could be very good because again, while you're ulting, you're also able to recover here. Soldier, you can only get really 1. Sombra you can get 2, but I think that how it should be used, you're only going to really need 1. Symmetra not viable. Torb was interesting. Remember, we got to see the turret, so Torb, I'd say, yeah, it could be okay. But that still requires the enemy team to have a Torb, which this character, you could just right-click on the turret and then left-click once, and it would just delete the turret anyways. So I don't know if people would like stay Torb against you. Tracer would be very viable. Widow, no. Again, we're just talking about getting multiple ults. I'm not talking about how good they are. Ana, it's a little bit difficult to even get 1, I would say. Well, we'll get into what's viable next. Baptiste can be good. You have the immortality field, and that does stay up on the game. And then Brig, you don't get to keep the armor. Lucio, if you get these fast enough, maybe. But again, you're in a real game scenario, you don't have your opponent standing perfectly still to build up the ultimate, right? Lucio, again, it's just the same problem. It's just you're not going to be able to fully get the maximum out of the ultimate. And then Mercy's the same thing. A lot of it. It's just Mercy's ult with the res. It's good for the character swap, but we're just really talking about the ultimate. Moira, you get 2 damage orbs and an ult. I would say that'd be pretty consistent. And Zen could be actually really good if you're hitting a tank. Being able to get another ultimate is huge. That's going to definitely change up the gameplay here. But now that we went over what's viable to get multiple ults, let's go over what would actually be good in a real scenario. Because I'm thinking, like, for example, with Orisa, you might be able to build up 2 of them if one of them gets destroyed. And on top of that, if you're copying an Orisa, just to get that extra shield, I think you get an insane amount of value. I think copying any of the tanks actually brings so much to the team. Being able to have another Zarya, potential getting even just 1 Zarya ult is game-changing. So, like, even though you can't build up 2 ults, you only really need 1 at the end of the day anyways, and that can be huge. Same thing with like Winston, not only providing your team with that barrier, but building your ult and then having 1,000 HP, just knocking everyone away. That could be pretty insane as well. So I like it, and I think Ryan could be great. In fact, I would say almost all the tanks are very, very strong. Sigma might be a little bit on the weaker side because he's gotten nerfed a lot. I know they made it so you can build his ult a little bit faster, but I'm not sure if I consider it as a strong pick, because I would maybe just select the other tank, because his ult can be easily canceled now before the units would still fall. He's just got taken too many nerfs is really what I feel like it comes down to. But D.Va's a pretty strong pick overall right now in the game, especially if you play in competitive anywhere from like Masters to Grandmasters. Most of the games are D.Va Ryan and just still Zarya Ryan, unless of course you're playing on the week that any of those are banned. But yeah, you could definitely utilize D.Va's abilities. You could just use all of the defense matrix, even just for that short duration. It's still really good, and then you still have a large target just kind of blocking stuff, and then on top of that, her ult can still definitely change up the game. Ashe, I would say in a realistic game, you can definitely get 2 ults, but the Bob would have to like not be eliminating things, because if Bob's limiting everything, you're winning anyway. So at the end of the day, it's still like a win-win. Bastion, I don't think it's even that great. Doom is pretty awesome because you can build up super fast ult into, yeah, I think Doomfist is very, very viable. Genji, well, at the end, you're still using Genji. His blade is amazing. I mean, you could try to combo like Nano Blade. Like, that'd be a really cool thing to go ahead and do. But not only do you have to build up blade fast, but you have to not get hit by any CC. And even though, like, I'd say my Genji is only peaked at Masters, I still think that it's too difficult to play Genji in this format, unless you're a Genji god. Hanzo's could be pretty insane too. But again, if you're landing your shots with Hanzo, you're already winning. But I think overall, I really enjoy Doomfist the most, just because I really love Doomfist and Tracer. I feel like Doomfist and Tracer are probably my favorite out of the DPS category, and Reaper. I would say Mei can be good too, but if you're, again, in a realistic game scenario, trying to hit all of those right clicks can be what I would consider unreliable. And that's, again, after you've already ulted, which almost gives you a huge edge in the first game fight, which makes the second ult irrelevant, right, for the most part, if it was a good enough one. But yeah, those are what I would consider really good picks in the DPS category. For the support category, I say Zen probably takes the cake on it. Zen is really good, Moira is good, and Bap is good. But these ones kind of unreliable, because remember, Anna's ultimate, you have to build it, and you might not even get the full duration. It's the same problem with Brig and Lucio. But those are my thoughts. Hopefully this video kind of helped you guys out and understood the interaction between Echo's ultimate with all of the other abilities in the game. But thanks for tuning in, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, drop a like on it. And if you wanted to mention anything else that maybe I missed out on, there's some cool interaction between some interaction with other heroes combined, let me know in the comment section below. But thanks for tuning in, guys. Let me know your thoughts on Echo as well down below. And I'll catch you in the next video. Have a good one. I'm signing out. Peace.